Okay, this is going to be a very heavy topic today. And I'm in the process of working on this myself with my insurance to switch. Let me put it in correct English terms. To switch my care provider. I wrote the top eight reasons why patients should really reconsider their care provider. If one of these things apply to you or multiple ones, leave. If you're on United, I know this is a 30-day waiting period to get your darn card. Switch over. I'll be calling the new doctor first. But look at their ratings. If they get 5-star ratings, that is great. That's the one you want. But if they get anything less than that, you should be a little worried. I'm going to cut to the chase of why you should switch if any of these ones apply to you. Heed the warning. Go ahead and call a new doctor over, and also to call if you're on United. You can get a spot on the internet and get this darn PCP swapped, it'll take 30 days, but hey. But I have to do mine in steps because I am on 4 medications, one of them being blood pressure medicine that I cannot skip at all. So I had to try to snag the appointment in June for August, and right somewhere in the middle, I'm going to have to call or get on the app or something for United Healthcare to get the PCP, to drop my PCP and get somebody else. But I'm in the process of this myself, so I'm going to say that 100%, being upfront and being honest is what I'm about. So why should you leave your doctor? And I'm going to say this loud and clear. Number 1, bad bedside manners. Okay, I've seen this a lot, or my mom has seen this. My mom was a nurse, and she's seen doctors be pretty rude to patients. And being very rude to patients, that should be number 1 reason why the patient should leave that doctor. You don't deserve treatment like that, because doctors should be a little bit more respectful and mindful to their patients. And that should be good bedside manners altogether. Number 2, if the doctor rushes patients. I've seen this a lot, but I'm not going to mention the clinic I'm with, but I've seen this a lot in general. And I've seen doctors rushing and saying, yeah, and then I'm out of here. No! Switch immediately. Because then again, it ties now to my 3rd point. Ignores medical concerns. That's the 3rd reason. If you have problems, let's say arthritis, and your doctor say, no, it's not arthritis, get the butt out of there and go to somebody else. Because look, there are better ones out there that won't really ignore it. They will have a plan for your butt. And yes, and it all depends on your insurance plan. If you have HMO or PPO, go with your list and find someone better. Next, pushes unneeded vaccines. That's number 4. And I can relate to this myself, because I've been to a clinic and this happened all too recently, and I was pushed the COVID vaccine. And I had a vaccine before COVID known as DTaP. I'm trying to pronounce it right. And every vaccine I've had since I was a little kid, I've had some very serious reactions to it. And more times than not, that I don't care if it's contrary to someone's beliefs out there, but for me, that's why I'm autistic, by the way. And and what happened was that DTaP shot caused my brain to have a reaction to it months down the road. And that plus unnecessary medication called Effexor, and I should add that on the list, pushes unnecessary medications. Yet, autism, some people have anxiety, but some people deal with it differently. And it doesn't always require medication. No, it doesn't. Some people like art, music, stuff like that. And once you put them on those medications, it changes their whole personality in a heartbeat. So yeah, that's what I can relate to this. Let me tell you a little story about what happened during COVID. Every time I went to a clinic, and I will say a clinic, not saying specific names, the people, the clinic, I'm keeping that confidential as of right now. So every time my mom has to be in the clinic with me, I get super nervous to where I get white coat syndrome. And if you don't know what that means, white coat syndrome is okay. Anytime your body is in an unfamiliar situation like a clinic, your pulse rate goes completely up. And it takes me a while to calm it back down. So, and every time I go to go for my well visits, my mom has to be in there with me. And my mom's like, and this happens not just with the COVID vaccine, but the flu vaccine as well. And the doctor asks, is she getting her darn COVID vaccine? And my mom's like, no. Let me tell you why she said no, and she saved my life. Okay. Number one, I have borderline glaucoma, meaning that is on my medical record. If I took that COVID shot, it can lead to blindness. Number two, I have autism, and it can cause more brain damage and possibly leave me brain dead. Number three, I have high blood pressure, and any of the combination could do is possibly have a cardiac situation, cardiac event, like, leading to strokes, leading to other things, and that's why she said no. And also the fact that was brought to my attention was when I was in NSU, and the doctor knew I was going there, and it's like, you know that the university requires vaccination? And we both said, no, it does not, because guess why? That doctor's saying wrong. And here's the reason why, because some of the states here, except for the few of them that don't have something called exemptions. You're exempt if you have the following: the medical, the philosophical, and the religious reasons, and I had all three of them when I was in NSU, in Thibodeau. So I was completely exempt, based on all three. Because number one, I had all the medical issues. Number two, I am a believer, I'm a conservative, I will not get that darn shot. And number three, philosophical, because, okay, I'm not going to put anything in my body that changes my darn DNA. I know that's a little tough for everybody's stuff, but that's the way it goes. Number five, fifth reason. Bills patients when medical insurance should have already paid for it. Yes. If your card has 0 under, I think that's under the PC plan, you've already paid for it through the insurance. Or no, insurance pays for it already. You shouldn't have to pay for that bill. And I'm not going to mention, but I've seen some people in my family, in my household, that they had 2 different bills from the same person. Billed twice. Not going to say names. Not going to say clinics and doctors on it, mess, like I said before. So, she already had to fire him for that. So, and I haven't gotten billed. It was different. Okay. Alright. Number 6. You want to leave a doctor if a doctor only does blood work and not urinational labs. And here's why I'm saying this. Because if you have a history of bladder infections, kidney problems, renal failures, all that mess, you should have the urinational and those suspicions to make sure they can rule it out where we got problems. I'm not going to go too specific involved in this one, but that's just general. Takes too long to get medical renewal, number 7. And I get it. Sometimes doctors get busy, but 2, ignoring your patient's medical requests for prescription renewals is bull crap. Yeah, I'll tell you, bull dang crap. Because look, I have certain ones that I cannot skip one. And I know a lot of people, they probably feel the same way. So if he does take too long to switch your doctor, do something, get rid of him. Last but not least, this puts an icing on the darn cake for me, because it did happen yesterday. I was in the car, and I was, sorry about that. I was in the dang car, and my, we were going car shopping, and, I bring my phone everywhere, literally. Everywhere you go, this came with me. So I looked down at my notifications from the clinic. I'm not going to say the name of the app, the clinic, or whatever. But I said, you got a new message from a provider. I go to unlock the phone like I always do, get into the app, log in, whatever. And from the back seat of my parents' vehicle. And lo and behold, I was getting irate over this matter. And luckily I had my mom in the darn car with me to say what's going on. And this comes up to be my thing, the doctor I am about to get rid of, he tried to put me with a woman's clinic. So it kind of falls under it being so unnecessary. So I was like, Mom, this doctor is scheduled something unnecessary. I did not approve of this. I didn't request for it. And I went in to cancel that appointment. And as soon as I called the new doctor, I'm canceling the other 2 too. So screw you. And it's called you're dang fired. That's what I'm going to do. Let me fire the clinic and go with somebody else. And I hope my little video really crazy helps. Because the last reason in particular, you have to request that specialist. They cannot do it for you. If you have problems other than the general problems, you can request a specialist. They should not have done it for you. They should not put as you as the number. You're the patient. You have the darn rights to say what you gotta say. So all those reasons I noticed, I'm calling a new doctor as soon as June 2nd. And then also in July, I'm getting the PCP changed. Go figure. So all my little tips help, and I'll see you later.